Wanyinyekevu found himself in a thick wooden forest and saw the animals playing around him. As the squirrels chased each other, he turned to see them run up a tree. Suddenly, he turned and saw that he was amid the desert and saw a rattlesnake slither right by him. He paused and said to himself, "What is this?" A sweet smell in the air awoke him. Wanyinyekevu opened his eyes to see Mletsi standing in front of a clay structure that looked like some kind of igloo. Mletsi stood before it and pointed to the entrance. "It is time," Mletsi said. Wanyinyekevu approached the structure and entered. Sitting with his legs crossed, Wanyinyekevu and Mletsi prayed for an hour afterward. Wanyinyekevu spoke that unknown language for a while, and Mletsi said to him, "Time has come for you to feel joy and peace, but afterward fear and pain, but know all you need to make it through this is your faith in Sabaoth." Wanyinyekevu started to speak but was interrupted by Mletsi. "These 3 days you will fast, and the joy of the Lord shall fill your body with a joy you have never experienced before. But know this, after some rest, be prepared to feel fear and pain. Then you shall go to Tallulah, and for 90 days you will experience much fear and pain. These 3 days shall prepare you for that time," Wanyinyekevu said with confidence. "It is so." After an hour, Wanyinyekevu got lightheaded and thought he saw things as the sweat dripped down his face into his eyes. Closing his eyes, he sang songs that his grandmother sang to him when they performed jinn. He felt air blowing in his face as the heat from the room dissipated. Knowing they were enclosed in the structure, he quickly opened his eyes. He was in the skies looking down, seeing the beauty of the trees, rivers, and roadways for miles. Fear covered him, for he had never been this high before, and he was floating. He heard the voice of Mletsi. "Fear not!" He stood there for a while before he tried to move forward. He moved slowly. At first until he realized he could go faster. He flew for miles and saw nothing but the land's beauty. There were no structures, just nature. For hours he flew. After building up his confidence, he started turning flips and performing different acrobatics. Hours on end until he came across a deep and wide hole in the middle of a pasture. He flew past it, saying, "Ain't no way, I'm going down there," and bolted for some time until he said to himself, "Sabaoth showed me that for a reason." He flew back. When he got to the entrance, he looked down as it continuously alternated from black to red. He flew downward for a long time and stopped on a section filled with lava and fire, so he landed on the edge. It was hot, and the heat was overbearing, but that didn't faze him. He saw lava everywhere, but it didn't consume him, so he started walking. He heard a noise. Fearlessly, he said, "Who is there?" Rising out of the lava was a creature with the head of a hyena, the body of a snake, and talons of a hawk. The beast stood up. "What in the hell are you doing here?" Wanyinyekevu, afraid, said, "I don't know, but I'm getting the hell out of here," and flew to the top of the entrance. As soon as he got to the top, he woke up.